Hello, my name is Victor Pastrana. Today's date is 1/22/2026. This assignment is for Module 2 of FTH202. Now, I've never worked with revolvers before, so this might be a little bit hectic. I have 8 minutes to do this video, so we're going to jump right in. First off, I want to clarify that there is no live ammunition in or around my workplace. Over. That is my work area. There is the revolver we will be working with. As you can see, I already pulled out the handle, the grip retention pin that holds the grip in place. Clearing it and doing a cycle of operations just to get that out of the way. As you see, there is nothing that way to actually flag. Here's our firearm. All cylinders are empty, and there is nothing in the chamber itself. Now, for the cycle of operations, it would start off with feeding slash loading. This isn't like a strike fire pistol where you can just put the mag in and rack the slide to the back. These have to actually be fed and loaded manually. So this would be the feeding. These are snap caps, by the way, given to me by SDI. Chambering would then be pushing the cylinder in. Now, locking would be the cylinder being held in place. Cocking, depending on which way you do it, I believe this is a dual action, so you can actually cock the hammer back, or you can pull the trigger, which will then make the cylinder rotate and fire the round. So we're going to do it with the hammer itself, which would be locking, cocking, which, as you see, the cylinder rotated, locked in place. We're going to point the firearm in a safe direction. We're going to fire the firearm, which then there's a trigger reset. Now, you see we just fired. Now, it will unlock, rotate, move into the next cylinder, and fire again. Now, unlocking to actually remove the rounds. That way you can do the extraction and ejection part will be, I don't want to flag myself, so just turn this upside down. The cylinder release right here, you would press forward, which would then make the cylinder fall out. You would then press the round release or round extraction rod, as I'm calling it, which will then drop the 3 snap caps down, and you would restart the whole process of feeding, loading, chambering, locking, cocking, firing, unlocking, extracting, and then, ejecting the rounds and loading new rounds in, and, now on to the next step, which is the disassembly portion. I am to remove the side plate, show the side plate being removed, then move on from there. So there will be cuts in this to make it shorter, or at least I will speed this up to actually. Now, like I said, I removed the grip retention pin already. We can get that out of the way. There is our this would be our, that's what, 34. This would be our main assembly spring. Yes, I did actually pull on this so that I can get the exact name parts. Because again, I've never worked with revolvers before. So, we're going to remove these 3 screws. Now, the one screw, you do have to pay attention because it does have a plunger in it that holds the extracting rod with the cylinder and everything else in place. So now we have those 3 screws out. We are going to take the back of our hammer, although we do not damage this. We're just gonna hit it a few times just to loosen it up. There is our plate. I'm going to put that to the side. This is what the inside of the firearm looks like. Again, this is our main assembly spring. This would be our trigger assembly spring, which, you know, when you pull, let's see if we can get this, when you pull the trigger, you can actually see them moving together. When the trigger assembly spring is then pulled back, it ends up lifting the, what is it at? The sear, the transfer bar. Or pretty much when you pull the trigger back, it puts tension, which then cocks the firearm to where it needs to be. Obviously, there's the hammer, which strikes the firing pin in here. The firing pin retention spring is in there. The transfer bar, it's in here. Eventually, you'll see it when we actually do the full disassembly. But we're coming up on 7 minutes, so I'm going to stop this video. I'm going to have to fast forward through all of this, unfortunately. And then we'll come back when we do the full disassembly, and I'll explain what the parts do better that way.